Go. Good morning, trade pros. Hello, hello. Welcome to our morning market update for this beautiful Tuesday, May the 7th of 2019. George Papsov, Trade Pro Academy. I hope you guys had a great day yesterday. Had a great trading session. What a rally we saw yesterday right off the open. So we're looking for a little bit of downside. And what happened instead was a really sharp rip and a really big rally. And it was good because there was time to get on board. All right. There were a few rotations and retracements that gave you a chance to get long, and that we did. All right. And then something happened until the close we're going to talk about today. All right. Morning market fun fact: on this day in 1825, one of the earliest buying frenzies of an IPO or initial public offering. Just a reminder, Uber set the IPO this week as well. But one of the initial frenzies for an IPO listing was reported. That was the Bank of Southwark. It went public in Philadelphia. Investors hired really buff, burly guys, sort of like Victorio, to sign their names into the subscription book by bullying other people that were there, because this was all done in person. There was no electronic subscription books at the time, and that gave you the right to buy the shares if you're in the subscription book. And one of the quotes here from the gentleman involved was, noses were smashed, hats jammed in, the police court was at work over the wounded for weeks after. So only in Philadelphia does a subscription to an IPO get bloody. And hey, you know what? That's one of the benefits of it being electronic these days. All right, yesterday at 4:59, 1 minute before the futures close in the stock market, Robert Lighthizer, trade representative for the United States, came out with this announcement. He said that we confirm the U.S. will raise China tariffs effective 12:01 Eastern time on Friday, if no deal. Confirms China was going back on some of their commitments. They're backpedaling on the deal. And he said, we've had no contact with China's Lu in 24 hours. They've seen erosion in commitments in the last week. Does not know why China position shifted. All right. And it came out of nowhere, according to Lighthizer. He did say he's going to increase the tariffs on $200 billion of goods from 10% to 25% on Friday. All right. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said the U.S.-China trade deal was 90% done. Talks saw a big change in direction over the weekend. China moved away from language in the agreement that would have changed it substantially. We were in the process of planning a summit with Trump and Xi to announce the results. All right. But he did not say, Steve Mnuchin, that is, he did not say which commitments China backed out from. All right. He kept that part private. He said if Chinese change position, U.S. would be willing to keep talking. It would be unfortunate if they could not get an agreement done and they would just go back to their tariff process. That happened 1 minute before the closing bell. I mean, let me zoom out on this chart and ask you where you think that happened. All right there. So that was the report. We were able to catch the report early enough that there could have been a sell opportunity. But I'll tell you this, when you're selling within the last minute before the close of the futures market, what ends up happening is the last 5 minutes is actually the margin time frame. So margin increases from $400 to $500, day trading margin to almost 5,000 with some brokers. So, you really had to put up a lot of capital and a lot of emotional capital as well to have gotten in on that short. That was something you more so looked at with awe and said, wow, there it goes. How much was the slide? We're literally from 29.34 down to 29.09. All right, it's about 25 points from the top end and the bottom end. You just look at that, and that 25 points happened in seconds, in minutes. Less than a minute, but in seconds, legitimately. And a lot of sell stops got hit on the day session. So today, we're going to see what that looks like and where the markets want to go. I got a feeling today we consolidate a little bit. Right now, anything and all things that the market could think about, investors, traders, at the moment, front and center is this U.S.-China trade relationship. There is still scheduled meetings. So it was supposed to be on Wednesday. Liu He, Chinese prime minister, is supposed to come in, or Chinese minister, was supposed to come into the United States to negotiate. They've pushed that to Thursday and Friday. That's still happening. There's still hope. And I think the market's nervous. It's walking on eggshells here. If there is no deal and tariffs get hit on Saturday morning, remember this, you're not going to have an opportunity to adjust your portfolio, right? You're almost going to have to do that Friday during the day. And you have to assume, are they going to conclude the talks with the agreement or not? Because if they don't come to an agreement and these tariffs get set into place Saturday morning at 12:01 a.m. Eastern, you're not going to be able to do anything about it until Sunday at 6 p.m. if you're a futures trader, and Monday at 8 a.m., actually 6 a.m. in pre-market if you are a stock trader, all right? And that's too late. Look what happened last weekend. There was a huge gap. So this is sort of the dynamic we're in. This is the most important thing to the market at this very moment. Today at 10 a.m., we have jobs opening, labor, we have JOLTS, job openings and labor turnover survey. That's an important employment figure coming out at 10 a.m. 1 p.m. result of a $38 billion 3-year note auction. 3 p.m. consumer credit. And then at 7 this morning, we had Fed's Kaplan speak. And 8:55, we had Redbook chain store sales. All right, markets as a whole. Japan's down 1.6. Hong Kong's up 0.5%. China's up 0.7%. India's down 0.8%. So in Asian markets, mixed bag of nuts. In Europe, at midday, everything's down. London's down 1 percentage point. Paris is down 0.6%. Frankfurt's down 0.5%, which means 0.5 percentage point. United States, Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ all down 3 to 0.4%. All right. Crude oil is down just about 0.5%. Actually, now driving even lower than that. The opens is 61.49. Overnight low is 61.41, and we're now below it. Prior day low is 61.11. A lot of volatility in crude oil. Gold prices flat, hovering around the 1282 marker. Overnight, we got as low as 1278. 1278.1 was the lowest point we got overnight. All right. In terms of other markets, Bitcoin is up 4.8% to almost 6,000 a coin. 10-year Treasury yield down 2 basis points to 2.48. All right, so there you have it. There's your morning market update. Front and center is this U.S.-China trade talk. Any advancement, any progress will be bullish or positive for the market. Any news to the other side that it's not going to happen is going to be really bearish. You know what? To tell you the truth, you don't know where this market's going to go. If you're reading an article, somebody saying U.S.-China will absolutely come to an agreement and you're long equity, you'd like to hope, you'd like to think that that's going to be true, okay? Because you have confirmation bias. You need that person to be right in order for you to make money if you're long stocks. So you're going to go ahead and reject the opinion of everyone else that thinks it's not going to happen because you're looking to confirm the position that you have. The most dangerous way of investing is that, all right? In fact, what you should do is say, if I didn't have this long position, would I buy more? So be careful here. You're heading into a long weekend, or not a long weekend, but you're heading into a weekend where there could be significant volatility and a big gap on the reopen. So ask yourself, is it time to take some profit if I'm long here? And I think the answer to that is yes. And you're going to see institutional traders doing the same. All right. So early on, sell rallies, and let's see this thing get down S1, S2. We'll reverse course after the first hour and look to buy dips if strength comes into the marketplace. All right, you guys take care. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow morning. All the best. Manage your risk, trade Pro. Goodbye. All right, trade pros in the room. Let's talk about some of these levels. You can see the S&P 500 just put in a new overnight low, 2904. I'm going to take you through and give you some analysis on S&P 500 and some great levels for some high opportunity, low risk trade setups. Now, we are coming into a big support level in just a moment here, and then I'll hand it over to Victorio to talk about NASDAQ, and then we'll flip it back to me to talk about oil. And if Marky's in by then, he'll do Dow. All right, let's get started. I'll start with S&P 500.